Mr. Nashville is on location at Country with Heart, a benefit for St. Jude's, hosted by Bobby Marquez and Jennifer Herron at the Nashville Nightlife Theater during CMA Fest 2025. Make sure to subscribe to the Mr. Nashville Talks YouTube channel for more great coverage of this incredible event.
All right. Well, we got country music legend here. Another great guy.
I'm just glad I lived long enough to be a legend.
Mr. Rex Allen. I mean, you're doing great, though. I mean, you're outrunning some of these younger guys, So you live long enough. Don't put yourself down.
Well, I retired in 2017, but I'm still. I come and do things like this tonight here for Bobby because he's a friend. If Gladys and Leroy Van Dyke call, I'll go and do anything they want to do. But I've just decided to stop soliciting dates. Now I got 2 or 3 more dates this year. I'm doing.
Yeah, you still writing?
Some, not much, and as everybody knows. You can't make any money doing it anymore, so it's hard.
Man, it's crazy what they've done with songwriter to hurt the songwriter, and they're all recording artists, really, because they're giving away the streaming and everything. It's kind of killed the whole music business in a way.
I'll tell you a story real quick, and your audience will understand.
Yeah.
Okay? There was a rap song out called She's Got the Bass, the bass song. It was the first video to have 1 billion plays on YouTube.
Oh, wow.
Do you know how much the songwriter made?
No.
$17.
Oh, no.
How can you can't afford to be a songwriter anymore?
No. Yeah, that's ridiculous. That's crazy.
It's crazy.
Because you remember, that used to be where you made the money with songwriting.
Yeah, that's where I've never considered myself a professional songwriter, yet I've had, in my career, thank you, I've had top 50 records on the Billboard charts, and probably half of them, or close to that, I wrote.
Yeah.
And I was, you could make a living. That's what put my kids through college. That's the easiest way to look at it.
Yeah.
But it's hard to do it. I don't understand the business has changed so much.
Yeah, it's changed crazy. But you're writing a book, right? You're
writing a book. I'm 2/3 of the way through it, and the first part of the book is done. It's about the real truth on my dad, Rex Allen Sr., and not everybody reads the press releases and doesn't know the real story.
Yeah.
And so I told the real story on Dad and how he got his start and that sort of stuff. The second part of the book is my youth in California as a kid growing up in Hollywood. And I used to go to the Ram football games. We had a bus that left from a restaurant called the Tail of the Cock, and I would always go to the back of the bus and sit with Johnny Weissmuller.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, Tarzan. I'd go sit back there with him, and there were all those kind of people on the coach. And first time, my dad said to me once, he said, "Come on, son, we're going to go look at some Christmas lights." So we went over into Studio City, California, and we were driving around. He said, "Okay, we're going to stop here," and we got off, and it was an acre lot in Studio City, and it had the most beautiful Christmas lights all around it. And we walked up to the gate, and they said, the man wearing the cap, because he had a train that went all the way, a little train like this, went all the way around his property and that sort of thing. He said, "Kids, you want to ride the train?" I said, "Sure." So we got on a train ride. The guy that was driving the train was Walt Disney.
Oh, wow.
Wow. So we did the Disney, then went around the corner, and Dad went up and knocked on another beautiful display of lights. Dad walked up and says, "Come on, we're going to go in there and say hi to them." And that was Bud Abbott's house.
Oh,
and then
my
right
goodness.
next door to him was Lou Costello.
Oh, wow.
So, I grew up with had an interesting childhood.
For sure.
John Wayne, all those people.
Oh, man. That's incredible.
And the last part of the book, which is what we'll finish this summer, is on the music business. When I came to Nashville in 1971 to about 1985, which to me was the most creative time in country music.
Yeah, it really was.
Well, the reason why is because we had total and absolute complete freedom.
Yeah.
Everybody did.
Yeah.
You know, Nora Wilson was my producer at Warner Brothers and did, I think Nora did 4 or 5 albums on me.
Yeah.
But you know that Nora was listed as a producer, but he never came to the studio?
Really?
Never was at
wow.
the studio.
Wow.
And he let me have the creative freedom to do it. And the same with Gatlin and Gary Morris. All of us had that kind of freedom.
Wow.
And it lasted through the Garth Brooks era, and then
All
it's
changed.
gone now.
Yeah.
It's gone now. But it's not just country music that's that
it's
way.
all of
Rock
it,
and roll was that way.
Yeah.
And, you know, from the mid-'60s to the mid-'80s.
Yeah.
It was a wonderful creative time. I compare it to the time of Mozart and Beethoven.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, that's what I listen to.
And it won't happen again.
No. I
It's
agree.
all over.
Yeah, I think when it becomes so common, and it takes 7 people to write one song, you know,
Well,
it's
and
just
then
not
they-
even getting paid for it.
Well, not only that, and then not even the songwriter's own. They have to give it to the record company
Right.
in order to get it cut. It's just
It's
crazy.
like crazy. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
it's
too much of a
crazy.
trade-off. Yeah, I agree with this.
But it's still, there are some of the artists I like.
Oh yeah, I mean
There's a few of them that
Yeah.
I care for, but the majority of them.
Yeah, I mean there's
they
great
all sound the
stuff.
same.
Yeah, there's
I tell you
always
what,
great
I
stuff
tell you
out
what,
there.
who's doing the really good stuff?
Who's that?
The females.
Oh yeah.
The girl singers are
They're
doing
all-
really some nice things. The guys, I'm real tired of drinking beer in the back of a pickup truck. You know, that's getting a little old. You
Yeah.
know?
It's always, it's kind of always been that way. There's always been the girls that would break through in country music.
Yeah.
It's always been them to kind of be a little bit more creative, the unique ones. And, like,
And that's gone on all the
Yeah.
way from the 80s
Yeah.
on through. You know, some of the things that the girls are doing some really nice stuff.
yeah, I agree
There's
with
an
you.
act on here tonight, Runaway June, that they do some really, really cool things.
Yeah.
And the other one, the group I really like, who I follow a lot, you'll love it. It's the High Womans.
Oh, yeah, they're great. Yeah.
God, they're just tremendous. I
Yeah.
love those gals.
Yeah, I heard them with Dolly. Yeah.
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 They're
They're
great.
really good. Yeah, I agree. I think, are you going to be recording anymore soon?
I record as a hobby, and
Yeah.
I release things occasionally. I have a new record out right now.
Oh, okay. Well, how can
And-
everybody get your stuff?
Huh?
I didn't mean.
No, you get everything else. It's all online anymore, and the song's called "Shame on Me," and it's on all the
Oh, it's everywhere.
it's everywhere. And actually, I've had over the last 10 years, I've had 6 #1 records in Australia, 4 in New Zealand, 8 in Germany, and in that part of Europe. 3 in the UK,
Yeah.
but they don't play them here.
I know that. That's a real pain. Yeah.
That's a pain. you
Yeah,
know.
that's a real pain.
But those, I have a studio, like a lot of us. I have a studio in the house, and I've always loved the creative part of being in the studio, and so I continue with that even today.
Yeah. Oh, I love it.
It's how you
making
keep
that
your
music.
chops up.
Yeah, keep making that music. We need it, and we love you, and we love the music, and thank you for being with
Well,
us.
thanks
and-
for the time. I
and,
appreciate it.
God bless you.
Thank you.
Thank
Good to see you guys.
Good seeing you.
For more information on how you can help support St. Jude, go to www.bobbymarquez.com. And don't forget to like and subscribe to Mr. Nashville Talks on YouTube.